Hey everybody, so I want to do a quick review on two sabers that I've had for a while in my collection. The top one here is the KRxOR, so KR Sabers and OneReplicas made the Master Qui Gon-Jinn kit. That was available, I believe, in November. It was available for order. You could purchase these from Cal directly from the saberarmory.com. And there were a few extra that were made available by Corbanth. Now, this one at the bottom here was found on Etsy and was designed and distributed by OneReplicas on their own. This is the Super Stunt Qui Gon-Jinn, and as you can see between the two, let's see if I angle the top one a little bit better. So you can notice here, it has the deep grooves, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. Cal and Francesco were the first to come up with the deep grooves and also make it electronic ready. So this guy can accept a chassis. Most of the chassis will be the battery and the LED or the NeoPixel. Stock board could be put here, but your battery, basically, you're limited. You have only so much space here, and then your board and your main guts are right here. They can go down the spine, and then you have a small space here. Vented pommel, comes with two pommels actually. Not a lot of space. So you can fit a speaker in here. I believe you can fit a 28 millimeter speaker in here. And there I go, hitting the camera, jerking everything around. There we go. So, sorry, yeah, camera is hooked up to a gooseneck, so it can do that if I am not careful. So this one is, they're both 1-inch capable, so this can accept a 1-inch blade, and also different between previous versions that Cal had put out with this saber. This one here has a I think this is a copper blade plug up here, so this blade plug pops out and it's a 1-inch diameter. So that's that. This one is bored 1 inch all the way around. Let's see if we can take this off. Move this a little bit. Let's see if we can also take this out here. So this doesn't come, the blade plug doesn't come with this saber, so I believe I had to purchase this one separately. That was like a $10 purchase from Cal. Let's see here. So, super low profile red button. And it's 1 inch all the way through. So now you can mount your LCD right in here. You can do the stock also, probably a 3D printed adapter. So don't think, yeah, it's quite deep. So mount your switch, I believe, right about here. Not fully aware of what chassis are available for this kit. All I know is that I saw it and it was affordable. These Super Stunt kits get you into the saber game for roughly about $99. And Francesco is based in Spain, so his sabers actually ship really quickly. It was like less than 5 days I waited, and the shipping's not bad. It was somewhere around $10 to $15 US. So very affordable shipping. Let's see how easy it is to put back. So that is that. So, the detail on this one for a stunt, it's only a one button. Which, if you did proofy, single button activation, doing the one button hack, this would be a great saber. If you didn't care for the blaster bolts, the blaster block, and you just wanted straight up lights and sound activation, this is a great hilt. Especially the build quality of it. It's definitely CNC'd well. You can see all that detail right there. It doesn't have the deep grooves. That's why you're able to see right through it. But it makes for easier installations. And, if you wanted a removable battery with this setup, you could just find yourself a custom chassis out there. I'm sure somebody out there has a chassis for it. Maybe Goth, maybe Ciroc sabers. Those would be two places I would be going first. And again, if you're looking at them side by side, if you're looking at red buttons, again, super low profile red button on the Super Stunt. More movie accurate here. Okay, and I'll take this blade plug out here. Now this one's a little bit more low profile, so you can't really see it, but there she is right there. This one I want to be really careful not to get the paint. Am I getting it? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. Might not have the... Yep, I don't believe I have the correct size for this. Let me see something. When in doubt, yep, there we go. So this is the blade plug here, and I believe this is copper. Let's see if I can get that shine coming off. Definitely has some of my fingerprints on it. Heavily polished. Polished to a near mirror finish. There you go. You can see, you can see my camera lens, my iPhone lens right there. So very nicely done. Let's see if I can. So you can notice here, I'm trying to show you if I could get some light in here and you can see the depth, but the depth stops. I can get my finger through it. This is basically, it stopped. Nice. Get that back. It stops right about there. So where the button is, that's as much space as you have. I've heard that these are very challenging to install. Not something I look forward to installing. This is just a shelf queen for the most part. And then once this guy goes on, it's nearly flush with the rest of the emitter. So these buttons on this hilt can be dialed in. So you can figure out exactly where you want to be just by unscrewing this guy. And then, you know, a dab of Loctite once you get it. There is a grub screw that actually actuates, that this is actually screwing into a grub screw that has been dialed in. So I've got a slight amount of play. Once I actually put a switch under there, I've got a slight button press hit right there. So, differences between the two side by side. This one's skinnier. The detail is not as pronounced. This is definitely CNC'd machine from a solid piece of aluminum. Whereas this one is multiple pieces constructed. This is a this silver bit here is all one piece. This slides off underneath this black area right here. I believe this pops off so you can get to the guts of where you would actually put your board. So that's that. I believe this unscrews from this body. This definitely unscrews from this. This chrome part unscrews here. So this is definitely more detailed, you know. Also, the cover tech does come off. You're going to need to take the cover tech off to, if you want to quote unquote field strip this, that's what you would have to do. It gives you the option here. This vented pommel, you can take this off. And if you wanted it to be static, put that right there. I've got a C-clip in here. I pop the C-clip out. I can put in a non-vented pommel cap, and this saber would be screen accurate. Whereas it kind of has the cast finder here design, which is pretty cool. Love these little Easter eggs Cal puts in his sabers. So. Alright. As far as height, I'm going to adjust the camera here. They're nearly the same height, maybe off by like 5 millimeters or such. Let's take a look here. As you can see, the master is just slightly taller, just slightly. Which is interesting. Let's see if you can see this here. The buttons are nearly matched up. And again, you know, Cal and Francesco designed the master here while it was Francesco that was doing the stunt. And as you can see, the attention to detail on both is there. I mean, the stunt is smaller. It's definitely not as pronounced. He did base it off of Stunt Saber's images from the Phantom Menace, so he did have something to go off of on that. They're awesome. Great looking hilts. I'm a huge fan of Francesco's work at OneReplicas. I think he does, you know, along with Cal, their partnership together is bulletproof. I hope they never deviate away from one another, because together they are just a really dynamic duo when it comes to these things. So I'm really impressed with these. You know, and if you have any questions, feel free to put a comment down below. If you like the video, please put a comment down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to try to do more of these. I have more sabers in my collection. This is something I generally like doing. I like talking about these things. And let's see if I can end it with these guys here. Yeah, so, you know, upcoming sabers, the Princess Leia saber from Rise of Skywalker is definitely on my radar. I know there are 3 versions out there right now. You've got the 89 Sabers version that, I think it's 89 Sabers that Core Band has. And then we have Cal's version, which is coming out. I'm on for that one. And I think there's like 2 others. One's like LGT sabers out of China. Not really interested. It looks off in color. It's, to me, it's whatever. So that one, not interested. And somebody else did an independent version with a secondary switch. I want that one as screen accurate as possible. But I digress. We're talking about Qui-Gons here. If you liked what you saw, again, like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you have any more questions, I'll try to answer them. And with that, guys, have a good night.